fuck it. I don't think they really love me. Trust issues come accustomed. Writers block.
A little Anita, but definitely set this party alright.
Good morning. So I thought today I lost an earring. I thought I'd do a day in the life of a home health nurse. Today is 10:35 a.m. I've already seen 3 of my patients and I have 7 more to go, I'm sorry, 7 more. So on average, I see an average of 10 patients a day. And what I do, I basically go from house to house, seeing patients that needs to be seen for whatever reason. You do 30-minute visits with each patient. I get paid per visit and for mileage. So it's pretty good. It's very flexible. I make my own schedule, which makes it very, very easy and flexible. I love home health. So this is what we work on for this company, and it pretty much, this is directions to my next house. I don't know if you can see it, but everything is done on here. That's the term. Everything is done on here pretty much. It has it's an app on here that gives you 7 days of the week, and we have schedulers in the office that adds the patients that you have to see for the week on every day. Now you can move them around as however you want them, unless they have blood that needs to be done, wound care that has to be done on certain days, things like that. Then you have to keep them on the days that they put them on. But other than that, you can pretty much move them around. And even if they have blood to be drawn, you can move it closer up if you want to, long as it's done before their appointment, unless the order has a specific date on it. So yeah, normally you make your schedule the night before. You schedule everybody the way you want to see them. I like to do a 2-hour time frame for every visit, just in case one visit runs over, traffic or anything like that. So, and we call them the night before. So you call them the night before, you tell them that you're coming, what time to expect you, and that's it. So then the day that you start working, you just pretty much accept all your visits for that day and start going, because they're already expecting you. So this is my way of keeping up with who I see. I use a planner, and as you can see, every day that I work, I write down who I'm seeing, the time that I told them I would be there, and as I go, I cross them out. That lets me know that I see them. If I put X's on their name, for some reason I didn't see them, either they wasn't home, and that happens a lot of times. They forget to tell you that they have doctor's appointments, and you go and they're not home, but you still get paid your mileage for going, and then you just move them over to a different day that works. I'm actually working for 2 home health agencies. I'm PRN at both of them. This one I actually do in-home visits for. I go and I actually do in-home visits. This one uses the same exact software as this one, so it worked out. This was my very first home health job, so I couldn't quit. When I went back to school, I couldn't keep my full-time position, and they were like really needing a full-time in my position, so I went PRN. And then I got this job after not even after I failed the class. I got this job before I failed the class. Once I got my schedule and I seen that I would be able to work more, I just went ahead with this company, but I kept this one too. So I'm PRN with both of them now, but I work like I'm full-time with this one till I go back to school in March. And in this one I do phone visits for, and that's basically, they give me anywhere from 15 to 30 patients a day. I call them, I ask them the questions that's in the visit. It's like 4 or 5 questions, very simple, it takes less than a minute, and then put in, and I get paid just to call them and ask to finish my day a little early, like at least by, so this is the thing, y'all. Normally on a good day I have 10 patients a day. I don't work on Wednesdays just because I like to have Wednesdays off to be by myself with my kids at school. It just gives me like a mental break. So I work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I see anywhere from 8 to 10 patients a day on those days. Normally I would start my day at 9 o'clock, right? So start at 9, by most days by 1 o'clock I'm done. It's 10:43 now. I'm actually waiting for the therapist to finish with my patient where I'm at, so I'm just waiting in my car before I go. And after this patient I only have 6 patients to go. One of them I have to draw blood on. Normally you draw the blood. If it's not fasting, you go anytime, just like your regular blood draws. And we have, the hospital that we use is like on the other side of the city, so they let us bring it to the office, and then they have couriers that pick up from the hospital, that picks up the blood and everything from our office. So I have to go to the office after, not this patient, the next 2 patients I have to draw blood on. So I'm going to draw their blood and get that to the office, and then after I leave the office I only have 3 left. How it works basically, I'm an LPN, so I'm limited on what I can do in the home. Not really, but I do wound care, venipunctures, AccuChecks. Oh, it's shaking. Is it shaking too much? Is it shaking too much, girl? I do AccuChecks, wound care, wound vacs. This company does not allow their LPNs to do 3-layer compression wraps, which is a Unaboo. I can't do that, which I know how to do it because I've done them in the hospital. I did it for the last home health, my other home health company I work for. But they just don't let us do them with this company. It's their policy, because the LPN put one on a patient and put it too tight or something, and they just stop. Their preference is not to let an LPN do it, because state says an LPN can apply a Unaboo or 3-layer compression wrap in the home as a LPN, but not with this company. So yeah, I'm not allowed to do those here, which I really enjoy doing. Like, I like doing actual nursing care. I'm not one of those nurses that like to just pop in, check your blood pressure. If you're running a temp, no, let me go, I'm done. No, I want to do everything that I can while I'm in the home. Okay, she's not done with them yet, so I'm gonna just go to the end of their road and wait for her to finish. And that's the thing, y'all, like, every patient has a calendar that you can look at and see, like, what other disciplines are going to see them, like the physical therapist, the occupational therapist, the speech therapist. So it shows. And when you call them the night before and let them know that you're coming at the time, most times they'll tell you, well, the therapist said she's coming or he's coming at this time. So I try not to schedule where I run into them, because you don't want to come in and cut off them doing their job, like interrupt their visit. And I damn sure don't want them to come interrupt my visit and try to have the patient doing exercise, though she just got in her car, doing exercises while I'm trying to do my visit. So being that the physical therapist is there, I called them and told them I was on my way, just to give them a little heads up. I don't do that for everybody unless they ask. So she was like, the therapist is here right now, so she's almost done, just give us a few minutes. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So I just went sit down the road from his house where I can see when she's done, and she just left. So I'm gonna go ahead and see my patient, this patient, and then head on to my next one. My next patient is only 5 minutes away from this one. It's like 3 miles from here.